Hey people, welcome back. Sorry for the weird angle. I've got it phone propped up because I got some paperwork I need to show you. I'm gonna try and keep this as short as I can because it's a mind boggler. Basically, I don't want to happen to any of you what's happened to me, basically. So, quick background. I purchased a 125 Chinese import second hand for my wife 3 years ago, just before COVID hit. The bike I bought it from, the chap bought it new, brand new, from an importer, Direct Brothers. When he bought the bike, he had off them a certificate of import, certificate of conformity, which you need to register the bike here in the UK. He sent this off to DVLA. They in turn sent him back authorization for a number plate and a logbook for the bike. Great. So I bought the bike when it was 2.5, just coming up to its third year, 3-year-old. Didn't do much with the bike. Wife started having a go and then COVID hit, so we left it. So this year then I thought, right, get the bike on the road, get it all up, get it MOT'd, get it insured. This would be its first MOT, so she can get out on the road, practice, da-da-da-da-da. Took it to an MOT station. Basically, the guy said I took some information off the bike and went inside, came back out, I can't MOT the bike. So what's the matter? He said, your numbers are not matching. He said, according to your logbook and according to DVLA, the engine number and the frame number on here is different to the bike. He said, but it looks original to the bike. So I said, well, where do I go from here? He said, all I can say is you're going to have to go through your documents, see what you got, and then ring the police to see if it has been put on a stolen frame or engines. So, came home, went through some paperwork, found that the number on the certificate of conformity that came with the bike from Direct Brothers, I think they're in London, matches the logbook and the DVLA certificate for a number plate, but obviously doesn't match the frame and engine that I've got on the bike. But when I look closer, the numbers that I've got between what's actually on the bike and what's registered with the bike isn't that far apart. They're really pretty close. So first and foremost, I thought, ring the police, make sure it's not stolen, the frame or the bike or the number plate, make sure it's not cloned, so that if it is, it can get back to the original owner. That's my only priority. So, rang the police, explained to them, told them about the two numbers being really close. They said, okay, we'll check our database as well. Apparently, the number plate and the frame number, everything regarding the number plate is all okay. Nothing is showing as stolen, nothing is shown as reported as accident or crash damage or scrapped. So the number plate, fine, great. The actual frame number that I have got on the bike, an engine, has never been registered here in the UK. So I've got a frame and an engine that's never been registered in the UK, but I've got a number plate that's been registered with a certificate of conformity. So my thinking on this now is, because these numbers are so close, I'm thinking that could there have been a cock up when the guy that I bought the bike from, because I've spoken to him since as well, and he seems a genuine guy, he's said to me, I didn't check the frame numbers when he had the bike delivered. this is my cock up. I didn't check the frame numbers and engine number when I bought the bike. It's the first time I've not done that when I bought a bike. So my thinking on this is, I'm trying to keep this as short as I can. My thinking on this is, when Direct Brothers sold the boy the bike, they delivered it with the wrong sheet of conformity. That boy then sent this to DVLA, got a number plate and a logbook made up to the wrong number, because he didn't check the frame and engine himself. He would have seen then that it didn't correspond to the sheet, but because he didn't, he registered basically somebody else's bike. So either there's another bike out there that somebody's got that they can't MOT either, because I've got their sheet of conformity that they needed to register for their frame and engine, and vice versa. So police said, no problem, nothing's been stolen, the frame and engine you've got have never been registered. Right? Ring DVLA and see what they can say and do. So I rang DVLA, explained it all to him, told him about the numbers being really close. He done his searches. He said, yep, there's nothing showing on the number plate that there's a problem with that. The engine and frame numbers that I have on the bike have never been registered, he said, at all in the UK. I said, well, can I get those transferred over onto this number plate, or re-register those numbers to get a new number plate? He said, yes, but you'll need the certificate of conformity for the engine number and frame number I have on the bike. That would have to come from Shenzhen, from China, who manufactured the bike. Possibility of me getting that is zero. So I said, what are my other options? He said, well, to be honest, your only other option, he said, is you'd have to, what they call here in the UK, Q-plate the bike. Which Q-plate is generally for like a customized bike or a customized car, something that's not got original documentation with it. But that would mean I would have to have a VOSA here in the UK inspection done on the bike to make sure it's all legit and it's all safe, roadworthy. They effectively would give me one of those then to register the bike, but it would be on a Q-plate. A Q-plate then is going to be far more expensive on insurance because it's classed as a custom motorcycle and vehicle. So I'm stumped. I'm stuck. I've got a perfectly good motorcycle that's got a very damn good strong engine. Everything about the bike is perfect. It'd fly an MOT. But effectively, I bought a number plate. I'm just doing this because I don't want this to happen to you. So my options are now is I either got to take a hit and scrap the bike, sell it for parts, or I've got two donor 125 ting tongs out there. If I can get logbooks for one of those, then I can change out everything off Joanne's bike onto one of those and get that MOT'd. That I'm not doing anything illegal by that. I'm just changing out the engine, which I can inform DVLA of, and then I'm just replacing parts onto the frame and number plate of one of the other bikes. Apart from that, it means scrapping the bike, taking a hit in the pocket. I've lost my money. So all I'm saying is, to you people out there, if you're going to buy a bike, however much you're going to pay for it, whether it's £100 or £10,000, check your numbers. You'll have on your logbook, you'll have engine frame number. Sometimes you'll have an engine number, and sometimes you'll just have a frame number. If you've got one or if you've got both, check them. the person you're going to buy the bike off, ask them to see the logbook and physically take the logbook and put it next to the frame, check the numbers off one at a time. That's what I always do. I didn't this once and I got bit. So I've got a conundrum. I've got a perfectly good 125 that's basically worth its weight in scrap at the moment. It's going to cost me too much money to put it through VOSA because of then the added expense of insurance on a Q-plate bike, which I don't want to do. It's not worth it for a 125. So yeah, just be careful, people. Be warned. If you don't check the numbers, the snake will bite. So to rub salt in the wound, to make matters worse, I'll put a little clip of Joanne on a private road giving the little ting-tong a blast. Yeah. Devastated. Can't believe it. The first time in almost 30 years of riding and owning motorcycles. First time I ever got bit like this. And it'll never happen again. So anyway, keep it sweet, keep it short. There you are. I'll put a little clip at the end for you. Check the frame numbers. Engine number, the MOT guy said to me, can be swapped. That's no problem because obviously engines blow. But it's the frame number, the VIN number is most important. That has to match your logbook. Pink slips in America, whatever they are in America. But wherever you are in the world, make sure those numbers match. Otherwise, you get up that creek with a little paddle. So there you are. Just a quick one. Hope this helps. Check your numbers. Who knows, you might win the lottery. Stay tuned, people. Little clip at the end showing her riding off into the sunset. Peace out.